What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another video, and in this one I kind of want to talk about which one of these main 5 guys that have been projected to go to the Giants in most mock drafts will be the least likely to be a bust. Now, I read an article, PFF came out, not that I agree with PFF most of the time, but it did come out and say in the PFF college era that the New York Giants drafted 2 of the biggest busts of all time in Eli Apple, which you saw my reaction to that draft pick that I put up on the channel recently. Was not happy about it at all. And Eric Flowers, which, again, I don't have that video about Eric Flowers. Wish I did, but I don't because I wasn't happy about that either, with obvious reasons. As Giants fans, we all know Eli Apple and Eric Flowers are by far 2 of the worst draft picks that we have probably seen in our lifetime, and it's not like it just started with those 2. Jerry Reese drafted very poorly most of his career. I mean, you could go back to 2011. Prince Amukamara was a terrible draft pick, first overall. David Wilson, unfortunately had the neck injury, and he did have a fumbling problem, so I don't know how good he would have been. Anyway, Justin Pugh drafted as a tackle out of Syracuse, was an awful tackle, did improve at guard, but still not a great guard, a serviceable guard at best. Odell Beckham, probably his best draft pick, was a position that we did not need, and he neglected positions that we needed his entire tenure as GM pretty much. And, of course, Evan Ingram was his last first-round pick. I'm not even going to get into the second, third, fourth-round picks and how many times this guy missed after 2011 going forward. And this is a big reason why the Giants are in the situation they're in, because I've said a number of times and will continue to say, you don't build through free agency, you build through the draft. And because we've drafted so poorly for so many years of Jerry Reese, it kind of stuck us in a bad spot, which is what we're trying to get out of now. So there's pretty much 5 guys projected to go to the Giants. I want you guys to let me know which one you think is the least likely to bust. Now, most of these prospects are left tackles, right tackles, whatever, offensive tackles, offensive linemen. Mekhi Becton is one of them, obviously. Andrew Thomas is one. Tristan Wirfs is one. Jedrick Wills, and I've done videos on all 4 of those guys. It looks like Jedrick Wills is going to win the battle between him and Wirfs. It's funny because when I did that video, initially everybody was Wirfs, and then like the second half of the comments were Wills. And again, if you want to vote on that, let me know, because I'm going to do the winner of that video versus Andrew Thomas in the next video tomorrow. Let me know which lineman you guys would like to have as a New York Giant. So which one of those guys is least likely to bust? And then, of course, there's the guy that I want the New York Giants to draft, which is Isaiah Simmons. Now, I know that Giants fans are pretty much torn on what they want to do here. Half the guys that I read the comments or see the video makers, they're all in on Isaiah Simmons. They want the defensive stud. They want the guy that plays 3 levels of defense, the guy that can turn this defense around, and we have an impact player on that side of the ball, which we haven't had in many years. And then there's the other half, which wants that solid anchor left tackle to protect Daniel Jones and open up holes for Saquon Barkley, which makes complete sense because, again, we drafted Saquon Barkley 2nd in 2018. We drafted Daniel Jones 6th overall last year. I completely understand the guys that want to go offensive tackle in this draft to protect Daniel Jones and to, open up holes for Saquon Barkley, because these guys are your future on offense. I completely get both sides of the argument. But which one of these guys is the least likely to be a bust? Now, if you ask me, the guy that's most likely to bust is Mekhi Becton. I'm not a Becton fan. I've said that a number of times. Those other 3 tackles, I really like. I really like Andrew Thomas a lot. I love his game. Tristan Wirfs is another guy I'm very high on. I really like Tristan Wirfs as well. Jedrick Wills is the guy that I like the most out of those 3 tackles. But again, it's like, picking and choosing. It's flipping a coin. You got 1A, 1B, 1C. I think all those guys could be very productive for the Giants. I think they could all be really good right or left tackles. Maybe not Tristan Wirfs so much on the right side, but, those guys could all be really good left tackles, and that would certainly help our offense. There's no doubt about that. It would definitely prevent Daniel Jones from fumbling so much because he's not getting killed from the blind side. But again, out of all those linemen, which one is least likely to bust? And then you got Isaiah Simmons, the absolute freak, the stud, the man on defense, the guy that can play a little bit of safety, the guy that can play a box linebacker, the guy that can cover in the seam routes, the guy that has incredible closing speed on slant routes, the guy that can rush the passer, a guy that can do everything you want him to do on defense. Which one of these guys is the least likely to bust? And I guess I'm just going to come out and ask you guys right now, put it in the comment section, man. Out of all these guys, and maybe you want somebody else, tell me who you want the Giants to draft at number 4. Or if we trade back, tell me the guy that you want the Giants to take with their first pick. Because I don't think I've really asked people that. But I would love to know your opinions. Everybody knows that I'm an Isaiah Simmons guy. I want the Giants to take Isaiah Simmons at number 4. I want the Giants to get back to massive defense, playing really good defense, and causing turnovers, blitzing the pass. I want to see the Giants get back to what I grew up with, and that was a solid defense. But let me know your comments, in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts on who you would want the Giants to take in the first round. And again, let me know who you think is the least likely to be a bust out of those 5 guys. Isaiah Simmons, Jedrick Wills, Mekhi Becton, Tristan Wirfs, or Andrew Thomas, since these are pretty much the 5 guys that everybody or somebody's projected to go to the New York Giants in the first round. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate it. Please spike that like button, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you later tonight at 10:30 when I go live. Until then, guys, it's a bad diggity dizzle, and I am gone. Peace!